Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Low Numbers Podcast. Today we have with us one of Kansas City's most dedicated, talented, black conscious, good dude all around, my homeboy, Chief Vez. What's happening, Vez?
Bro? What's up with it, man?
Man, hey, it's a pleasure to sit down with you once again, man. And
Same
you
here.
know what I'm saying? We are chopping it up like always, good friends, man. You know how we do it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How's your day? How's your day started out, man? How's your day been going?
Man, we got some stuff from out of town. My mother-in-law just passed, and we got some stuff from out of town from her and the family last night. So, we're kind of riding that wave overnight. But it's a blessing for us to be able to obtain things from our people who transition. So I look at it like that,
Yes, sir, man. My condolences to you and the family, man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I know how, death can be, man. Hard thing to deal with sometime, man. So what you been up to, man? What you been up to lately as far as the music? You know what I'm saying? You're studying, because I know you study, man. You do, you know what I'm saying? You up on the black history, you know what I'm saying? Our people, you real strong on that black consciousness. Kind of what you been up to lately, man, as far as your music and everything else, man. Fill the people in on what you been up to.
Well, right now we're gonna re-release our Forever Hustlin catalog. It was I think 05 was like our first release. There's a mixtape called Hustle the Game and the Code. We did about probably 4 or 5 albums, and we're gonna try to re-release all that stuff, man. But it started in 05 out there on 34th and Webster. Over in that area, we had the studio over there, so that was kind of where we really started making some music to actually sell. You know what I'm saying? So we about to put all that stuff back out. That's kind of what's in my front vision right now. That's like my next step. So I'm excited about that.
05, man.
Oh yeah.
It seems like yesterday, don't it?
It do.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
05 seemed like yesterday, man. 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, man. It do, bro. But I think stuff like that is important. If you got some material that from back in those days, 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, that energy that was going on around the town around that time, it's almost like in a time capsule, and you get to kind of dig them out of the crates, like digging in the crates. You know.
We was doing a lot of stuff back then that, it was a lot of grind and a lot of, hustling, and I think that we were doing a lot because we weren't where I think we should have been or would have liked to be in as far as the music. So it's kind of like still new music because, a lot of people really didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So, I'm hyped up to hear it again myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Stuff like that, even right now, you still go back and listen to old music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and I kind of put that in the same category. You know what I'm saying? I still listen to stuff from the 90s as far as rap go, stuff from the early 2000s. I mean, it's if it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like at a certain point, people stop trying to make good music. You know what I mean? And they just start trying to make music to get the streams or get attention or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, it's people's not putting a lot of their soul into the music nowadays like they did back in them years, 2005 and 99, 2000. People were putting their heart and soul in the music, and you don't hear that no more. And you can tell.
You can tell. When I listen to my old self, it's like I can feel my energy from back then. Whatever mood I was in, whatever mode I was in, I can kind of feel it, and it's like, yeah, those feelings because whatever was going on that day or around that time, it won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to kind of listen in to the old me and like my cousin and them and listen to our old verses, man. I think it shows growth from that aspect of listening to the old music to listening to it now, and you hear how people can grow as an artist. So that's a part of the reason why I want to get that stuff back out there too, bro.
Who's some of your? I mean, we're gonna talk about back in that era. Who were some of your favorite artists back then, and then let me know who are some of your favorite artists now.
Tupac was most definitely I wouldn't even say number one, but like when you go and buy it, because back then we had to buy the albums, you had to go literally and buy them. So when I would, kind of analyze who I'm going, whose album I'm going to purchase, I want to make sure that mug is going to be banging. You know what I'm saying? Because you about to spend your little money on a tape or a CD.
Yeah.
So, I think Pac was like one of the people I used to buy everything that he put out. DJ Quik was another one. Brother Lynch used to buy his stuff. Obviously, then the Rich the Factor. Every time he dropped something, we would be at the Wax Factory. But just to name a few.
Yeah.
A local artist I used to buy all the time was Rich. Pac most definitely was up there, and a lot of Texas artists too. I used to rock with. Lil Flip. We know how he got his start coming up here.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them did.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them did.
Texas artists, man, they got their start from coming up here, man. I mean, the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely
a lot of them artists got it was kind of like a springboard for a lot of these artists.
Yeah.
They came to Kansas City, got hot, got hyped, and they numbers helped them to, get bigger all across the country. So that's why I think they continue to come back, because they know that recipe. You know what I'm saying? Come to Kansas City, if Kansas City rock with you, they gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Just about anywhere.
Yeah, and here, one thing I can say about people here, as far as music go, we show people love. Like people that came here and made good money. People buying verses from them. People attending their shows, buying their merch, whatever. And just the crowd, and the people, the public embracing people here. People selling a lot of their music here back then. You know what I'm saying? The Mob Figures, Dre. Man, there's a lot of them Bay dudes. Marv, most definitely. Messi Marv had a good run in Kansas City.
Man, Messi, man. I hope he get his stuff together, man, because, I mean, that was a sad situation, man, to see him go out like that when he was, you know what I'm saying, really, you know what I'm saying?
He was on the road, wasn't he?
He was on the road, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mess had a good run in Kansas City, man. San Quinn, too. San Quinn. A lot of California cats, man, come to Kansas City, man, and came up and really put them in position to move forward with their career.
Yeah. Man, so you know, like a lot of us, man, we have jobs, you know what I'm saying, outside of a lot of things that we love to do. You know, you work, you do the, the conscious, the activist type work, because I think that's what it is. You're an activist.
Yeah.
You kind of bringing, awareness to certain issues for the Black people, because we don't like to read and we don't watch no news. So, I think that what you doing, we need more people like that. That's something that I think every man should do.
Yeah.
Each one teach one.
Right. That's how we was raised.
Yeah. You do that. You do your music. You know what I'm saying? What else do you do? Is there any other hats that you wear?
I mean, like you just said, being a daddy, having a full-time job outside of, the stuff that we do outside of our regular 9 to 5s, because I most definitely still got one of them, so I still get up and go to work every day, and that's been going good for me there. So I ain't got no complaints on that end. I'm actually like I told my wife, being actually compensated for my work ethic, finally,
Yeah.
because a lot of places, they take advantage of you.
Man.
You go into a place, you might be advanced, but they're not paying you properly. And I done been in positions like that where I go into somewhere and I'm supposed to be on the novice area, but they got me in the area trying to make me do something a little more complicated.
Yeah.
It's like, well, but y'all ain't paying me though.
Yeah.
You ain't paying me properly.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That's what we deal with as man anyway.
They don't have a problem with that, do they?
100%.
They
They
get
don't.
you to do some work that they ain't even compensating
Come
you
on,
for.
man. They do it all the time.
All the time,
They
man.
do it all the time, man. But yeah, that's to me, working the job wasn't just about being able to provide for our family on like consistent basis, but it kept me out of a lot of stuff too. It kept me from hanging out all the time, going down to the city a lot. I'm like, man, I got to get up and go to work in the morning. It was days where I never would have said that or even thought I would say something like that ever. I used to tell people all the time, like, man, I ain't going to work for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that all the time when I was younger. But, it's easy to say that when you got money, in your pocket. And, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no kids.
No responsibility.
Right. So it's easy to be like, what you not going to do.
Yeah.
But as we grow, as we evolve, stuff changes. And to me, it takes a real man to be able to adapt and make them changes along the way. There's a lot of dudes that we know that didn't make them changes.
They didn't adapt, man.
Yeah.
They didn't change with the times. And that's why I told my son the other day, I was like, man, always have a goal or something that you can work on so that when time changes, you staying with your plan. You know what I mean? You don't get stuck in a certain period, because there's a lot of people who still talking about the 90s, or the 80s, or the 2000s. They stuck in that time period. So for me, I like to always have something I'm working on. So regardless of what it is, I'm moving with the time.
Right.
I don't get complacent.
That's real.
Yeah. So go ahead.
To me, like when we talking about the past and stuff, a lot of people get caught up and still be having that same mindset from the past, still doing the same stuff from the past.
Yeah.
But me and you, we can look back on it and kind of just be able to reflect, to just acknowledge where we came from. Because, when you're in a position that when you're older and you have grown and you have evolved, the past, like, it affects you maybe in some certain ways, because everybody went through their personal experiences. But, to me, I'm like, I'm looking back and like, I came a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being able to look back and be like, yeah, I've came a long way, just on mentally, physically, spiritually, like, yeah, I see the growth myself over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Vez, I know I'm sitting over here, but that's your camera. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
That's your camera right there.
Okay.
And kind of, you can hear me, but kind of looking, you know what I'm saying? When you,
this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You can talk to me, but talking to that camera so we get it.
Yeah, I didn't know which one. I didn't know if you wanted me to be looking around or this one right here.
Yeah, I should have told you, man.
Yeah, you good. You good.
You can kind of glance up, but kind of stay.
Make sure this is my main focus.
That's your main. Yeah, you talking to the camera, so we get a good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, all the things you do. How do you balance? All the things with family, a wife, kids. You know what I'm saying? Your music, your activism. How do you balance all of that?
To me, I think taking stuff one day at a time, and people might think that sounds cliche, but stuff like that, it's simple. Once you're able to apply that to yourself and your daily routine, not overthinking stuff, not getting overwhelmed, not waking up, out of these, like having anxiety, stuff like that. To me, slowing stuff down, taking it one day at a time, sometimes even making you a little schedule or something, just trying to figure out how to find some balance in working, taking care of kids, being a husband or a wife. To me, I think stuff like that them little cliches, like just taking one day at a time. I think that will help people, because it sure helps me.
Yeah, just take your time with it,
just
man.
Take your time, man. Ain't no rush. What's
Ain't
that
no
one
rush.
song dude just came out with? Take your time. What's the rush?
What's the rush, man?
Yeah, for real.
Just get it done. It don't make no difference.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? How long it take? That's the way I feel.
They say it's a marathon.
Yeah,
it's a marathon, man.
It don't matter how long I take, and that's the way I look at things. As long as I get it done, I'll be working like them books.
Yeah,
it took me like, what I'm saying, I've been working on them for 20 years, just from the idea to finishing a finished product, man.
Right.
And some people just don't have that, stick with it, that wherewithal to complete projects. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So,
boy, I agree.
Yeah. So, man, what's the next project? What you working on next? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do this Forever Hustling thing, and we're gonna get that stuff out the way. And like I think I told you before, I just kind of plan on doing some collabs, doing more collabs with people. I feel like I just haven't done enough. Sometimes as an artist, you kind of get stuck within yourself, and kind of doing songs with the same people. But at this point, I do want to kind of just start doing some songs with different people. So that's kind of my main focus after we get this Forever Hustling thing out the way, is just doing some collabs.
Okay, you say it's a Forever Hustling thing.
Yeah.
Elaborate, man. What? Elaborate and let the people know what exactly said for. Let them give them some history on that Forever Hustling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, and kind of the vibe of it. Explain some of that history, man.
Okay. So Forever Hustling, it's a concept that we came up with. Man, it had to be like 99, 2000, bro. That's when we started really making songs. It was like, what we're gonna call ourselves? What's gonna be the label? And Forever Hustling was the name that we chose. That was like 99, 2000. This back when we was in the basement, just kind of rocking out. We would be down there just freestyling for hours, man. That's how it started, and that was down on 9th and Early, right there behind Fields. Yeah, we was right there behind Fields, man, getting it in down there. That was my 9th grade year. But that's kind of where the whole Forever Hustling thing even came from down there. Obviously, we was getting it out the mud,
Yeah.
We had the block hot down in that mug, boy.
Man.
Yeah, we had the block hot. The side note, this lady that was living down there, she used to like record us and send stuff to the police, call the police on us all the time,
Man.
But looking back at it now, like I see why she was doing that, because we was doing the most, we was doing the most, man. I was